Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the first national conference of the Social Democratic Party. Before I deliver my speech, may we please all stand for the national anthem. Right, thank you everybody. Before I begin with my talk with you, I want to ask you for a few minutes patience while I say that something is on my heart. I want to thank those home folks of my state who first gave me, an anxious boy from New Albany, his opportunity to serve in national politics. I shall always owe a lot to those who gave me that first opportunity to serve. I want to assure every person in this country that my government is not afraid to invest in their future through education, infrastructure and social programs, so that they will not be handicapped on every threshold of their lives. Today I stand where once my forebears have stood and took an oath to my people. It is very appropriate that from this cradle of democracy, this very heart of the state of Snowdonia, that today we sound the drum for freedom, as have our generations of forebears before us done, time and time again, throughout history. Let us rise to the call of freedom-loving blood that is in us, and send our answer to the tyranny that clanks its chains upon Varsk. In the name of the greatest people that have ever trod this earth, I draw the line in the dust, and toss the gauntlet before the feet of tyranny, when I say, democracy today, democracy tomorrow, democracy forever. I will apply the old sound rule of our fathers, that anything worthy of our defence is worthy of 100% of our defence. I have been taught that freedom meant freedom from any threat or fear of overarching government. I was born in that freedom, I was raised in that freedom, and I intend to continue living in such freedom. And God willing, when I die, I shall leave that freedom to my children as my father left it to me. My pledge to you, to stand up for Varsk, is a stronger pledge today than it was the first day I made that pledge. I shall stand up for Varsk as your president and leader of the party. You stand with me, and we, together, can give courageous leadership to millions of people throughout this nation, who look to us for their hope in this fight to win and preserve our freedoms and liberties. So help me God. And my prayer is that the Father who reigns above us will bless all the people of this great sovereign state and nation, both human and villager. I thank you. Mr. Chancellor, you may make your speech now.
Hello everybody, I am Chancellor Ace Nixon, and I want to say thank you to all of you who voted for me and brought me to where I am today. I grew up being a hardworking man, doing a lot of architectural work with my family, building barns and such, sheds, houses, everything. So, what I'm trying to say with this is I vow to continuously work for the working class and make sure that the rich don't control everything, that everybody has a fair say in this government, and that nobody is above anybody else. There are no elites, there are no dictators. I vow to keep this country, for as long as I am chancellor in the government, a democracy to the best of my power, and make sure that everyone here and everyone that couldn't make it today to vow that they will always be able to live in Barth without fear of any foreign land telling us, or even a domestic enemy telling them or anybody else what they can or can't do. That is all.
All right. Mr. Minister of Defence, you wish to make a statement. Am I correct?
Well, I'm Minister of Defense.
Yes, Mr. Minister of Defence, you may make a speech now if you wish to.
I am here today at this convention of socialist and satanic ideals in our great nation of Barsk to stop the people from voting against this fascist, dictatorial, authoritarian, communist, socialist ideology that the people here in this room here tell you to vote for today. You see, quite simply, socialism is disgusting. Allowing the government to have power over you, a free man, is wrong by every holy book, every philosophical text, everything ever written. People forget
All
that the
in favor
pioneers of
executing him,
communism...
say aye.
Alright. Mr. Defence Minister, I'm going to have to cut you short there. It is the intent of the party to not engage in such actions that you have claimed that we will engage in. I do believe it should be known among the general populace by this time that I will not be running for re-election in October if I win the election in June. This is my way of giving back to the people of Arsk, to a nation which has given me, my ancestors, and effectively everyone here at this conference so much. The people to the Social Democratic Party are not tools. They are not a collective. They are individuals. Individuals of which the party cares for. Individuals which the party will fight for. And individuals which my government will ensure the rights of. Mr. Defence Minister, your claims of socialism are valid. However, it may be known that the Social Democratic Party is not a socialist party. We have never claimed to be, and as long as I remain leader, we will not be a socialist party. Social democracy is a unique viewpoint from which Barsk can be viewed from. It is the democracy which birthed our republic. It is the ideology that birthed our republic in the first place. When me, you, and Chancellor Nixon stood up against the tyranny of the monarchy, of the monarch who shall not be named, and the monarch upon whose former lands we meet upon today. May also not be forgotten of the history of Edinburgh being the centre of the Walscott Rebellion in 1838. A very dark portion of our history. That is all, Mr. Defence Minister. I do believe that means we can count the conference now to be over, Mr. Transport Minister, if you would like to make a speech, now would be the time. However, if you do not wish to, then that would be alright. Alright, I will take your lack of response as a wish to not make a speech. Alright everyone, thank you for attending the conference. It was an interesting time, we had some nice speeches. And I will say, vote Creeper Antilles 2022. This is going to be a great election season coming up. Although legally I am not allowed to formally announce my candidacy yet, I am telling you, and it should be pretty obvious by now, that I will be running for re-election. Thank you everyone for coming, and this has been all. Good night everyone. Why did you do that, Reagan?
I didn't do anything. That was some explosive rhetoric right there. Anyone ban me though?